We're doing it live. Fucking doing it live.
It's highly perceptive of the software for them to determine that we are on this table.
The algorithms, I guess is better and better. What really pisses me off is I get loads of people emailing me at work saying, have you seen this new AI can help you? It's not AI. It's not. Are we?
Yes, we're live. I can say it.
Either that, I need
As
to.
we
I need
can
to
be.
refresh. I need to refresh Twitch then. Yes, we are live. I can now see the screen. I don't know why it didn't let me do that in the first place. Hello, we're back. We are Pixel Pints. We are the only podcast that's been on hiatus for basically a year. So you haven't been able to hear us talking about two things that we enjoy, which is good beer and video games. We're not here to promote drinking. Please drink responsibly. We're also not here to promote the inclusion of DLC in Game Awards, unless there's a specific category for it. We're not sponsored by anyone. I've completely screwed the intro because I haven't done it for nearly 12 months.
I think, dude, you did a phenomenal job. Like, that was right off the cuff. Yeah, you were doing great.
You can follow us still on Instagram, which is at Pixel Points Pod, mainly with me posting about beers and other people's memes, because that's all you do on Instagram now, isn't it? And you can probably follow us on X, but I'm thinking about binning that platform because I do not believe in Elon anymore.
I didn't know it still existed. I thought it had already imploded.
Oh no, it's
it's
still a
still-
cesspool. It's a good cesspool.
I swear Elon is some form of alien. Either that or his own cyborg. He's his own life model decoy.
David Icke was right about the shape-shifting reptilian alien. Elon might be one.
I think Elon, he has to be.
No, if anything,
think so.
he's got to be part frog because he hops in the air like just, he's like he's got that song "Jump Around" in his brain. He's just jumping all the time.
One of the funniest things I heard about him was I was listening to a comedy show and they were talking about SpaceX and what's his satellite thing called, Starlink.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was a video game and he wasn't referring to the video game. And X, and someone was saying that the first thing I heard about Elon Musk was South African billionaire. Now, at that moment, I drew an opinion.
Okay.
And that was it. They just left it there.
Oh man.
Right, let's quickly go around the room before this descends into even more crap than we usually get into. Matt, how are things in Las Vegas?
Oh, not too bad, man. The Grand Prix out here was quite the spectacle. All the drivers smell of cannabis. They drove through.
Yeah, move that mic
And
closer to your face again.
Huh?
You gotta move that mic closer to your mouth that you're cutting off again.
All right. Well, can you guys hear me now?
Unfortunately, but carry on.
Anyway, no, it was a great race. So just coming down off Thanksgiving was good. Yeah, the usual.
Okay, Liam, how are things with you?
That's terrible. You know, it's just ever since the new Labour government came in, I just can't seem to wake up in the morning properly, and you know, it's just making the days far darker. Things cost more money, and I think about 2 pence more than they did before. You know, I just can't stand it, frankly, and I'm very outraged about it. I don't know exactly why, but I felt I should say that.
Good. Mikey, how are things in your Commonwealth?
A balmy -3 degrees.
As it should.
Indeed. It's the finally first honest feeling November week. At the end when it's about to turn into December. But no, it's things are actually doing quite well here. I'll get back to you when I'm a little bit more awake, but I'm glad to be back with you guys.
Keep us posted. If that temperature changes, you keep an eye. You let us know. And because it's a -3, I'm assuming that's Celsius.
Yes.
Good.
I did that. I did that for Mitch's sake.
Well, him being Canadian.
Technically, we have more Americans than Europeans, so
Mikey's from a separate Commonwealth. He's
I know. That's actually what I was going to pull out. That's what I was going to pull out.
Wait,
It's like the Republic of Texas.
Are you leaving? Are you leaving the state?
I'm the tiebreaker.
Mitch, have you recovered from the Chicago Bears being absolutely dog shit?
I gotta tell you, I've never experienced a season of football like I've experienced. It's like every time I think it's gonna get better, every time I think I have to kick myself and go, no, actually, Keith, you'd love this. I didn't send this to you, but so the Bears played the Green Bay Packers. Bears were on their final drive, going to field goal to win the game. And I said before they even did their drive, I said the game's over. I texted my 2 Green Bay fans. I said the game's over. They're not going to win this. All of a sudden they go down the field, and then my friends were like, "You sure about that?" And I said it's going to get blocked. They blocked the fucking field goal. I have it. I can send you the text messages. It's ridiculous.
I'm sure you posted that in the chat.
I mean, the fact I could call it and it happened, I just I don't know. This season is, I've never seen anything, any team in football. I've never seen this much bad luck at the end of games for a team ever. I don't think.
At the end of games, as I was going to say, as a Tennessee fan, the pain that you're experiencing, I call those seasons.
I mean, we gave you one of those at the first game of the year, but I'm just trying to say, you have the game and you just lose it like you did. It's just, I never seen anything like it ever from one team in a season, and 5 out of the last 6 games were like that. Like a Hail Mary magically bounces in the air. It's like, what the hell? I don't know what's going on with this world. This is a year. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, I find the NFL to be sporadic in its performance, and also the way in which it enforces we're not political unless we like the politics. So if you happen to be called Colin Kaepernick and protesting about something like racial injustice, you can throw the fucking book at that guy. But if you are wearing a MAGA hat at the end of a San Francisco 49ers game, and you're not asked to why you're wearing that and making a political statement, which you're not supposed to do, because it's just sports, it's not political. But you can get away with it, so that's fine.
I mean, if anything, in the end, Keith, I would love to see the Detroit Lions take the Chiefs out in the Super Bowl and knock them out of their three-peat, and I would be happy for Detroit to win a game, win a Super Bowl. I'm happy. I'm happy for them. They may have kicked my ass this last week by us fucking up so badly, but I want them to win.
When was the last time the Lions won?
They've never won a Super Bowl. This is their first year they've won. There's a franchise record. This is the first time they ever won 10 games in a row.
And the last time they won 10 games was 1962.
So, I was going to say, the last time that they even went Super Bowl.
I don't think they've ever been. Have they?
Yeah, well, they played against the Packers back in the 60s, I think.
Yeah, but that was before the Super Bowl.
That was before Super Bowl.
Oh,
that was just championships. That's when we called them championships.
Oh, all right, okay. Interesting.
Hey.
Well,
Mikey needs some support for his selections in the Game of the Game Awards, so he's brought along a key influencer, at least in his life.
I mean, he can pick out the best esports teams, right? He's young enough to get them right. No,
probably.
He'd know who exactly they are, right?
Yeah, well, which is a good thing that I haven't got those in as categories. Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you very much.
Sorry,
I
Keith,
appreciate.
Keith, how are you?
How are you? It's like that Holly Willoughby thing. That was hilarious. The
no.
same. So you wouldn't have seen this, but there was a somewhat famous and popular television morning TV host in this country.
Also known as Holly Willoughby.
Legally did nothing wrong. Didn't actually break any stipulations in his contract, but had to resign from his position because it turned out that he was having an affair with someone working on the TV show, and he didn't tell his co-host, who took offence to it, and then it turned into a big thing. Anyway, the same week that bollocks was happening, the UN wrote a commission on food. The UN Commission on Food Security wrote a paper about how we're all going to starve in a few years' time unless we change how we farm and how we produce energy, etc. That got picked up in 4 news outlets. So this non-story about a celebrity having a completely consensual and legal relationship with another human being had 52,000 in the same week.
Right.
So that goes to show where our priorities lie and how we're all going to die. We are a rubbish species. We need to sort our fucking priorities out. Anyway, let's select some video games for no good
It's not
reason.
political, right, Keith?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not political.
We're
This
so
is an
not
apolitical.
smart that instead of solving the world's problems, we want to pick out games in a game.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
When is the meteorite going to hit? 'Cause I'm a little bit tired, and I'd like things to speed along a little.
But Liam,
Well,
what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Well, the sooner we all die, and then reptilian species can fight over whether we existed or not, that would be great.
Yeah, when the evolved cockroaches resurrect Donald Trump from the DNA of his husking corpse to rule over them.
Well, at this rate, they'll probably just send them to, a country where they can probably like do a bunch of prayers and resurrect him as their Lord and Savior.
I'm gonna put that in my my Google Keep as an idea for shorts. That was fucking cheap.
They won't even know his name is Trump. They'll just know him as
No,
Trump.
but that's the beauty of writing that story. Nobody will know.
Just knowing him
Nobody will have any clue that that's what it's really about.
And and his shrine will be a McDonald's, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden Arches.
And
It
they'll make
won't
you
even
eat
have the connotation of McDonald's with it. It'll just be the fucking Golden Arches.
I just think of the movie The Founder and God, who starred in that movie? What's his name?
Michael
Keaton.
Michael Keaton,
Yeah.
just going, the Golden Arches. They were just the Golden Arches. That's all.
Right, we are here to do the Game of the Game Awards to see if anyone can dethrone Mitch, which is a 4-time champion.
Undefeated,
Keith.
undefeated, 4-time.
Right, what did I win last year? Because I've completely forgotten something that I won.
You won the Fantasy League
Draft.
last year.
What did I? I've forgotten what I gave.
You cursed
Rafa, yeah.
Rafa because
To
he
say
said you had
final
to say
to fantasy or whatever, you have to make him.
no. That was the year before, and then Liam got his revenge and was going to say that he can't post anything about GTA 6, but then thought that would be too mean. So I can't even remember what you said now, but I'm sure.
Not that he would have had much to talk about this year in regards to GTA 6. So
Not even a trailer.
maybe I should have just gone with my gut.
Yeah, that's one of the categories that I haven't included. Is most anticipated game for us to select, because that would just be GTA 6, unless Jeff Keighley puts his thumb on the scale for everyone to do. Oh Christ, what's the Postman delivery
Death Stranding
game?
2.
That's the one.
Too.
Oh, rigged.
Yeah.
Rigged.
Was it Return to the Beach or whatever?
Yeah. Dude, that shit is so fucking far out there.
I just want someone to do that as Postman Pat. That would be hilarious. Put a mod in.
I will admit I saw the Conan played Death Stranding, and then he was featured in the game and got to see himself. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen because he taped the thumbstick of the controller and said, "Oh, this game's so like you just walk." So he taped the thumbstick forward and put the controller down, walked away, came back 10 minutes later, and then he's like running into a rock. It worked. He was still walking.
Yeah.
It was great.
Okay, so we are here to do the Game Awards, where we pick some of, not all of, because we'd be here for about 4 hours, the games that we believe will win each of the awards. There are some rules that we do. Each person will have 2 picks that they can lock in, which means that no one else can select them. If those locks are correct, they will get 3 points. If they're wrong, everyone else will get 1 point and they get nothing. Nothing. The only category this year that can't be locked is Game of the Year, and should there be a tie at the end, which there hasn't been ever, I do have some random questions to use as tiebreakers.
He's just hoping for a tie. That's basically what's...
I am hoping for a tie. Because one of the questions is, what colour will Jeff's tie be?
Well, we've got to answer them for fun anyway, haven't we? Surely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to include, will we see Jeff Keighley wearing socks? Because we don't know if Jeff wears socks.
We don't.
The ankles.
So the prior to this, a random selection was made of all the people who said they were going to be here, and the order in which we will be selecting is Liam first.
Tell me, Keith, did Mrs. McWomble do this?
Yes, she did.
Legend. My favourite person.
Then it's Mitch.
I love her so much more than all of you. Just there.
Strangely enough, I do too. So it's Liam, then Mitch, then Mikey, then myself, and then Matt. And then we go back down the line snake draft style. So then Matt will pick, then me, then Mikey, then Mitch, and then Liam until we run out of questions and we all leave. And then we wait for the Game Awards. We see Jeff prattling on for far too fucking long. And then we declare Mitch the winner.
It's been what's happened the last 4 times, right?
I'll admit though, this last year, you know, you guys played the game to play the game, and you played to win, and you got close. You got closer. It wasn't like a 20. It wasn't a 20-point margin. I think it was only like a 5-point margin, where like because y'all kept like going, oh, I'm gonna vote for this one because that's what I think is gonna win because that's what my personal preference is, and it's like no, gotta think like an IGNer.
Yeah.
Liam's brain's just exploded, which isn't good because he's picking first. Liam, Liam, please select which category of award you would like to pick first.
Best adaptation.
Best adaptation, and the nominees are.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me just get the. I need to find where is best adaptation. Oh my god.
54.
Do a little jingle like you're about to try and sell someone a refrigerator, or it's like whose line is it anyway, or something like that. Dun, 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 dun,
Best
dun.
action. Oh, there it is. Sorry, no, I'm just pulling it for this.
And here it is.
Okay, go ahead.
And the nominees for best adaptation are Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles isn't even released yet.
Pronounced Knuckles.
No, it's a TV show.
Oh, it's a TV show.
Not Sonic 3.
Sonic 3 comes out later this year.
Oh.
Knuckles is a
Come
TV
on.
show on Paramount Plus only.
Come on, Keith. Stay up on your extended Sonic universe.
No. Like a Dragon, Yakuza, Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. Liam.
How we squandered it. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Liam, your pick for best adaptation is.
Oh, Fallout. I mean, wouldn't it
And
be
are you gonna-
hilarious if it didn't win? I'm going to
I'm
lock
assuming-
that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming you would look that in because it's absolutely
Yeah.
going to win, isn't it? Isn't it?
Has anybody else
Yeah.
watched Arcane Season 2 here?
I did.
Yeah. Did you think it was disappointing?
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to sway your vote.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
It was the most amazing TV show that I've never watched.
Mm.
Yeah,
Liam, are you
the
thinking about
animation was
changing-
phenomenal. You should
Yeah.
really think twice about this.
What?
Well, he locked it in. It's too late.
I mean, it looks great. Like, it looks great. But that's not the problem.
What is the problem then?
Story, rushed, pacing,
Oh.
things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mitch,
I mean, it's still better than everything else on that list, just saying.
I'm gonna go with Arcane.
Mikey, of the remaining selections, which do you think doesn't have a chance of winning?
Oh, so am I picking worst or am I picking third darkest, crustiest, best?
Yes, pretty much.
Sounds good.
Actually,
I like that.
actually, of those three, I think Knuckles actually has the longest legs. Ironically, because he's a foreshortened marsupial.
And he's got the spikiest gloves.
Maybe we missed something. He has kids. Like, we didn't see it.
No, he doesn't have kids. He is an echidna, allegedly. I'm going to go with Arcane because I don't care, but it's some anime bullshit, which I'm sure people like. unlike me.
You like Arcane, Keith, at least the first season.
Keith, sorry, forgive me. I thought it was one of your rules where you had to pick one of the other ones. No, I absolutely think Fallout is probably going to take best adaptation.
Oh yeah, it will.
You can't.
Yeah,
pick
no,
it, but he
Liam-
locked it.
Liam
has-
locked it.
Oh,
Yeah.
when you lock it, you can only pick one of the other four.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then Arcane, please.
You get
Sorry.
2 locks to do.
Gotcha. Sorry,
You're gonna pick
You
Arcane?
should probably play them the first pick, unlike somebody did a couple of years ago.
gotcha.
Yeah,
All
Matt.
right,
Idiot.
all right. Rules are understood. Rules are understood.
Okay, Matt. And
I gotta go with Arcane.
Okay, that was quick and easy. I like
Yeah,
this.
I mean, I think Fallout's gonna win for sure. Even
Yeah,
though
we
I
can-
don't really give a shit.
Look
we
at
can
that
get through this
Burkov token.
way under the lens.
Look
Is
at
Way
that
under
is
the
Burkov
lens.
token.
Is that an
Would be
on
really
purpose?
funny if it didn't win, though.
Is that an on purpose endearing misspelling of my name?
And yes, because you're actually part of the mouse family, aren't you?
So you could have just
Is that
said
even how you
that's
spell
his
his
English name?
I could start writing you as mouse if you would like.
No. Fine. Moose. Write me as Moose.
You like your token, Burkov?
I haven't been watching a Twitch stream. Hold on.
My Twitch stream keeps crashing, so I'm just going to close it.
I grabbed some snippets of our best photos of on the previous podcasts. Just so people know who picked what.
I actually don't see it.
Oh my gosh!
Because
It
we
just
moved
did.
on.
It
Oh,
is
Mitch.
there you
backed
go.
up. It is backed up far enough that it just now said, "And here it is." It's on like a 5-minute delay.
Yeah, Mitch, your
Quite the
selection.
My selection or my you mean my thingy? I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with best family game.
Or best family game.
It's
Well,
interesting.
could this be the Nintendo Award? Ooh, let's wait and see. Right, the nominations for best family game are Astrobot, Princess Peach, Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, or The Plucky Squire.
Yambori.
Yeah, I'm liking Astro, guys.
It'll lock in Astro.
Yep.
Is
Yep.
is that going to be game of the year as well? That's the question on no one's lips. Because they write it down on cards. That's what I heard.
I mean, if
Right,
they
right.
win multiple awards, usually they just say, "Oh, it also won best family game."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's gonna be an award covered up by an ad.
There's only one other potential.
Yeah, like
One potential sneaker if like they're like, oh, I'm not gonna vote it for best family game, but I'll vote it for game of the year. But I think they'll vote it for both. So
yeah, that this was one of those ones where I've seen some people with some pretty staunch of like, oh, obviously not X, Y, or Z, just obviously X is going to win best family game, and I was like, no, it's Astrobot. Like my two kids, like nearly 3 and nearly 5. I played that whole game. I did not, except for one speedrun level, I did not play that game without them watching. And that was how like I allowed myself to play so I didn't burn out on it. And almost every single day since we finished that game, my daughter has asked, "Hey Dad, can we play Astrobot? Can we play Astrobot?" And she actually has been able, she's almost 5 and she's been able to complete like 2 of the early levels on her own.
Nice.
I mean,
Like,
to be
that's cool.
honest, like it's that on top of people are literally calling this as good as Super Mario Galaxy 2, which is one of the greatest platformers to ever hit. And I think it is one of the greatest platformers to ever be. It's crazy. It's amazing. So it has to win best family game. No doubt.
I'll speak about other things when it comes up later, but as a family thing, my kids absolutely love. Oh, my only sadness about that game is I did not get to pull any of the gotcha balls because my kids would take the control and we'd split it like, all right, you pull 6 or whatever, crunch crunch. So I maybe got to pull one gotcha ball and I'm like, oh, I almost want to reset the game just so I can actually pull those, but it was a wonderful family game.
Yep. So that's my lock, Keith.
Right. So, Mikey, of the remaining nominees, who do you think has
Jambori.
Jimbori?
Which one?
Then it's me. I'm going to go with
Which
Princess
game did you
Peach.
pick?
Jambori.
Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Oh, gotcha.
Jimbori.
Sorry. Okay, Keith, what do you want?
I've gone with Princess Peach Showtime.
I'm gonna go with Echoes of Wisdom.
Yeah, that's the one I think might upset.
Yeah.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the only one that could upset.
Yeah.
No.
I've made Liam's selection for him then.
Because I believe Astrobot's actually going to win this. I had to go like, okay, if the brains were working in a slightly different ilk, what is the other? Because Astrobot and Princess Peach, to me, would both win for the same reasons.
Right.
Jamboree is the only one that I think would win for completely different reasons of like best game to play with your family, like get the family to play.
That's true.
Well, to be honest, like the best family game is half of those games out of one are never
Nintendo
like
category.
Yeah, it's not even like the one you would play with your family. It's just like what's the best Nintendo game that's kid friendly. So
Yeah,
that's why I say
I
Echoes
want
of
them to put
Wisdom because
Metroid
it
Prime in
is
there
kid
next year.
friendly.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
Right.
It would
Okay,
win on the
moving
same
on.
merits. Yeah.
Moving on. Mikey, your category.
Like to take a research break too. I wanted to lock down because did you axe debut?
Debut indie is not on here.
Okay, all right. So you just have indie, not debut indie.
Yep.
And you have best independent game as opposed to best indie game.
Yes.
All right.
I think best indie game is best independent game. They're both the same
Yeah.
category. There's only best independent
I-
game and best indie debut.
Okay, sorry. Somewhere they did best indie game and best independent game, so that's where I'm getting confused.
That was the Game Awards last year, wasn't it?
Something
No,
like that.
no.
No, I don't think they've
No.
ever done best indie and
No.
best
The categories are the
independent.
same
It's
as
always
they
been
always
called
have.
best independent game and best
No,
indie debut.
It's
Yeah.
it's always been like some sort of slightly controversial because what was it like Dave the Diver or whatever last year like
Right,
as
it wasn't
published
really
by
an indie game.
like
NetEase,
NC
wasn't it?
Soft like NC Soft or something like that who's been
Yeah.
That's it. I am taking best independent game and I'm going to lock in Balatro.
I thought you would. I was already hovering.
That's tough one. Keith, what are you picking?
I don't know any of these games. I'm going to go with UFO 50
Okay.
because
Don't even
that's
know that one is.
one I've actually heard of.
So
It's a compendium of games, isn't it?
that's the one game that
Isla
that,
Hink would agree with you.
Bob Wolf from the Wolf Den. He's been fucking playing that all year. I gotta go with Animal Well. I feel like Animal Well has got a lot of praise behind it.
I'm sure it has. Liam.
Yeah, Animal Well as well.
Was Animal Well solo dev Donkey or was it a couple people?
I think it was one person. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, Mitch.
I'm also gonna go Animal Well.
Bunch of followers.
It's the nature of these of the game. It is the nature of
Right,
the
so
game.
me next,
Yes.
and ooh, I hadn't thought about any of these. I'm going to go with best ongoing game.
Give me
And
one
the nominees for
second.
best ongoing game are
One
Destiny
Solitaire.
2, Diablo IV, Final Fantasy XIV, and Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. And I am going to lock in Helldivers 2.
is best
Yeah.
ongoing game. Oh, there
It's
it is.
above a best comm sup.
Oh no, I'm looking at it through the website, not through the.
and below
But I got it.
games for imps.
It's the stupid. They didn't put game behind it. They just put best ongoing. I was looking for game, and that's where it threw me off.
Yeah. So, all right, I see you're hovering over Destiny 2. I'm not gonna select Destiny 2. I don't feel like that has a chance. Of all the nominees that they've given us, I honestly don't think there's any other choice but Helldivers 2, but I'll pick Diablo 4 just because it's the other new ongoing game.
Is it really ongoing when they're just releasing DLC? Anyway,
Huh?
On the next
DLC,
Pixel
huh?
Pints.
DLC, huh?
I've played 300 hours of Destiny 2 this year, and I'm furious that this game is on here.
That
I
says
hate
something.
this game. I hate this game so much. I got to get off to go do a raid.
Yeah.
right, Mikey, your selection for best ongoing game.
El Mori Rojo de Fuerto Duerde. Diablo 4 as well.
Mitch.
Just gonna go with the crowd. I'm gonna go Diablo.
It's the
And
nature of
Liam.
the game.
Destiny 2, easily.
Interesting.
I think Destiny 2 is going to win because
Do you really?
Helldivers 2 has no business being up there because it's ongoing. They've been squashing problems with their freaking game for months and have hardly added anything new to it since it launched.
Yeah,
That's
but you
why-
think about the recency, well, the popularity bias they got initially
Yeah.
is maybe
It's
They
Yeah,
had popularity bias, then rage bias, then
they're gonna
popularity
throw it a
bias
bone.
again.
They're going to throw it a bone somewhere, but I don't think it's going to be this category.
I
Liam,
feel like I feel like I feel like it's the game that is best ongoing for the last year.
Yeah.
But it
Well-
dropped off after 3 months.
that's
Like,
I'm
2
I'm
months, maybe.
I'm in agreement with Liam, but I don't think it's going to be Destiny 2. I do think it's going to be Diablo that's actually going to win this category.
Oh,
I would have
Diablo's
I would have
Interesting.
I would have
terrible.
I
It
would've-
has no business even being in this category.
it released the
Sorry.
I
DLC.
agree with you. I
It-
agree with you.
It actually released and also it's had not just like DLC, but it's also had like, and we'll get to that category, but it's also had accessibility support and added options to the game over time that has actually improved the
But,
player experience.
You know,
So
the expansion is shit. Like,
Yeah.
what are
Whereas
Blizzard doing?
people
on-
love
on the-
Diablo.
They need to
On the-
stop rewarding these people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
on the other side, like Diablo actually reduced accessibility to their game over the year.
Mm, but they have also made it blind playable. That's expanding.
okay. I
No,
don't
that was
care
that
about
was that
Diablo
was a
at
joke
all.
about it being removed from like some 108 countries.
It's great that the
They
blind can now
removed
play
access.
this game.
They removed
I wish they'd play
accessibility
something else.
to Helldivers.
Oh, you're talking
removed
about Helldivers. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
Diablo. I was like,
No, no,
I'm
no.
talking
I
about
said
Diablo.
on the other side of it, Helldivers removed accessibility.
Is it
Matt,
my?
please make
Is
your
it,
selection for the love of God. Shut these
I-
idiots.
so my category, I'm gonna go with best role playing. I'm going to. Do we want to read through the nominee, or do you just want to?
Please feel free to.
Give us your safe
The
word for
nominee for best role playing are Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring: Shadows of the Erdtree, which is DLC and not actually a game, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is kind of like DLC, but they made it into a full game, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Metaphor, Refantasio or Fantasio. I'm gonna lock in Final Fantasy Rebirth. Because of all of the ones that are on here, open critic score.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks. This is name a list of games that I don't give a shit about category. I really don't know. I'm going to go with Elden Ring Sting.
Oh, man.
Mikey.
I think I'm going with, because this is the one category because it's so actually played by a lot of people who are into RPGs and stuff like that. I don't like the game, but I think Metaphor being not Persona and actually being the most actual role-playing game in this category actually has a shot. Like, actual definition of the category actually has a really good shot at winning this category. Which I wouldn't like. Final Fantasy VII is if it wins, it's going to win because it's Final Fantasy VII, not because it's the best representation of a role-playing game in this category. My heart is with Dragon's Dogma 2 on this one, but it probably is not. Probably is not going to win. It's the only category it would win. Not to be confused with like a flute or a bassoon, a woodwind.
Mitch.
Well, I just
I got Peter and the Wolf stuck in my head.
I
is an old bassoon.
I get where Mike is coming from, but I honestly, these people don't give a shit about if it defines the category. Is it a good game and it's in that category? It's going to be Metaphor. It's actually going to win this category, hands down.
Yeah, I think so.
I do not. Final Fantasy has no shot. I think they love Final Fantasy, but not enough because Metaphor is apparently the story is life changing and it covers issues that are very relevant. And It's been nothing but swimming in nines.
Nihilisming in nines.
Liam. Yeah, Liam.
Yeah, it's definitely metaphor for me. I think it's kind of ironically kind of the perfect like award game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people go, oh, but what about the social commentary? You know,
Oh.
even though that's the least important part technically, but like this is going to win a bunch of awards. So metaphor.
Matt, you get to pick a game.
All right, I'm gonna do
Snakecraft.
best action. And
Best
I'm gonna
action
lock
or best action adventure?
just best action, line 125.
Would
Actually,
you like to read
thank
the
you for that.
nominees?
Yes. The nominees are Black Myth, Wukong, Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2. I'm going to lock in Black Myth, Wukong. I think out of all the categories, this would be the ones because it doesn't really have a chance at winning Game of the Year, I don't think.
Right, which clickbait piece of shit do I want to go with next? I'm going to go with Stellar Blade.
Nice.
That's Keith's game. He wants it to win it all.
Yeah, Stellar Blade. How this wasn't nominated for Game of the Year, I have no idea.
Stellar boobs for sure.
Just come out and say I'm a randy bastard. That's why I love Stellar Blade. Don't try and couch it in various different. It's not about that, and it's about something else. No, just say I'm a randy human being of whatever sexual persuasion, and I want to play a game with sexy women in very little clothing. Thank you very much. Just be honest with yourselves.
Is that what they say when they accept the award? Is we made it for you guys? Like, it's just,
Yeah.
We listened to what you asked for. You said you liked the baganzos, so we got some big ones.
And they jiggle.
Yes, the jiggle physics.
Oh man.
Right,
We even
Mikey.
updated it. And the award for game least likely for me to ever be caught playing in front of my wife or children, or ever, Stellar Blade.
Just watch it on your phone.
Whew.
Mitch.
Yeah, Matt took the one that's probably gonna win it, so I'm gonna go for a dark horse. Give me Helldivers.
I could see that happening.
It's the only category it could win.
Yeah. Yep. Helldivers is the equivalent of like the movie Van Helsing with the rating on the back. It's a non-stop creature action violence. That is Helldivers in a nutshell.
I just give him a copy of Starship Troopers and just leave it at that.
The movie Van Helsing comes with a public health warning: may contain oversized hats. Liam.
And huge jacked men.
There is a Jackman in one of the Van Helsings.
That was the joke. Thank you, Mitch.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, huge jacked
I will
man.
say,
Hugh Jackman.
as Stellar Blade's target audience, just saying, right here, I'm the target audience over here. I will say, it's kind of funny because when you're playing the game, you just sort of phase out all of the animations. You just don't notice it. You're just going through the game and you're just like, oh yeah, I forgot her ass jiggles. Yeah. I should pay more attention to that. And then I spend another hour not paying attention to that. And then I go, maybe if I change her costume. No, still nothing. I like phased out pretty much any of, and I'm very annoyed about it, to be honest. I'm upset.
I think you should be. You should.
Yeah,
you
and
should
for
go-
that reason, I am going with the most manly game on this list, the Space Marine.
Actually, it's not a bad pick.
Or the Praetorian.
Yeah, it got a lot of praise.
Basically, what I'm saying is Stellar Blade made me gay. Pretty much what I'm saying.
Oh
Like
my
it was so
That
funny
was
how
beautiful.
in early reviews or previews of it, uh, Daniel Bloodworth was like all right, I was playing the game. The very first thing I did was get to a town and buy a new costume, and then I continued playing the game.
Right, it's me. I don't know whether to go for games for impact or sports and racing. Hmm.
I'm
That's-
definitely not picking Impact. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Games for imps.
Yeah,
This is,
I'm
this
going
is
to
the
go
one thing he
sports.
researched.
I'm going to go sports and racing.
Okay.
Okay.
And the nominees are F1 24, EA Sports FC 25, NBA Rip Off Your Customers 2K 25, Topspin 2K 25, which is another rip off game, but I actually bought on a sale for 67, which is a very specific discount, 67% off. And,
I
and-
also would think in my wildest dreams a tennis game would be on a game nominees list.
yeah,
Yes.
and WWE 2K24, and I am going to lock in Topspin 2K25
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Nice.
because it's actually a good game, despite all the shit that they hid behind the different versions. So if you want to buy the version of the game that's actually got everything in it, you've got to spend $104.99, which I didn't.
Takes a lot of
$105.
Takes a lot of-
£105.
Oh Jesus.
takes a lot of balls to charge 105 pounds for a game called Top Spin.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's actually a very good game.
Now, actually, forgive my full ignorance. Is this a golfing game or a ping pong game?
It's a tennis
It's
game.
tennis.
Damn
It's neither.
I didn't even. I didn't even get. I didn't even guess which it was.
Didn't even get the sport.
Oh wow.
Mikey, of the remaining nominees, what would you go for?
Basically, what sport do you know?
Gather around and watch football, which in those days was called baseball. Let's see. I was eyeing up games for Imp. Also, best score, but I think.
No,
No,
wait,
Mikey, you gotta
wait.
make your
gotta
pick
make your
for
pick.
best sports and racing.
Oh, sorry. Forgive me.
You need more coffee and or beer.
Yes.
All right. I don't
Maybe
have coffee,
both.
so I'll take care.
Maybe both.
All right. This category actually would have voted for college football 2024, but for whatever reason, the actually best regarded sports game of this year is not on this list.
I
For
agree.
N reason.
I
For N
agree as
reason.
well. I'm shocked.
It's like the one time EA actually deserves some commendation.
And also, it's like the one time that the nerdiness of game journalists don't understand the real people.
The one time. Okay.
This is usually the Madden Award most years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's usually the Madden Award.
Madden is never even on here. That's the other crazy part. That's
Correct.
the-
I know. It's the Madden Award, and it's never there to pick it up.
They fumble it every year.
And I know, and I don't know which late stage capitalistic nepotism is worse this year, NBA 2K or EA Sports FC. So I can't even weigh in on which those are. I'm gonna go with because I know nothing, F1 24.
That's actually a good choice. Mitch,
yeah, it's not a bad choice.
I just knew it wasn't WWE.
This one I have no idea, to be honest, so I'm just shooting in the dark. I'm gonna go F1. Why not? Who cares?
Liam?
EA Sports FC 25. Because apparently it's the best version of the same game in years.
It's the best version of the same game since last year, but just with a different name.
It
And-
probably means we put in less bullshit this year. We're trying to extort you for money less this year, and also we thought we'd actually put in all of the players you like and not put them in as DLC.
They haven't done deals with everyone, so there are some random named people in there. So I have heard. Matt?
I'm gonna go with EA just because Mitch and I were talking about this, and I'm really curious to see if it did the same sales as FIFA. Because if it did, that means the FIFA brand doesn't really mean shit.
It
The
does.
FIFA brand doesn't mean shit. It's still sold like gangbusters here.
That's what I'm saying. So I think
FIFA.
there's a chance.
The people bought the game simply to make FIFA cry.
Yeah, people. You also need to understand that football fans do not like FIFA.
No, I don't think anyone likes FIFA.
No. The only people who like FIFA are in FIFA. Mikey, your next category selection.
All right. It was hard trying to pick a category that didn't have like, I wouldn't call them a dark horse, but I'm like, you shouldn't win, but you probably will win people in it. And that's been pretty stacked or whatever. But I am going to go out on a limb and take Games for Impact.
Yeah, I had a sneaking suspicion on this one as well. Let's see if would you like to read the nominations?
I would love to read the nominations. Games for Impact include Polish Darling Indica, The Game I Never Played, Life is Strange, but that's no news to you, Senua Saga, Hellblade 2, Tales of Kanzera, and Closer the Distance. Sounds like just bad grammar. And Games for Impact, this is the one I hate voting corpo. And this one's not voting corpo, but it's just more like what I think more people will probably vote for. I'm going to lock in. Actually, no. I'm going to vote some heart. I'm going to lock in Indica on this one.
I figured that's what you were gonna do. Actually,
That's exactly what I would have done as well.
It was between Indica and Tales of Kanzera because this is the only category that, like, I feel like the guy who came up on stage and talked about that one, like being about his dad. And stuff like that one like had a lot of like core heart behind it, and I'm like, that still could carry weight if people remembered that guy talked about it. But I think Indica is the standout here.
right?
Right, Mitch. You know stuff about games.
Do
And
I?
Senua
There's
And
a lot
Hellblade-
of stuff about games.
I will
and Hellblade 2. Hellblade
2.
2 is, I could see this one winning that, but I think it won't mostly because it's a sequel.
No, it's not winning because it's not a sequel. It's not winning because it wasn't good. Like
Even the impact wasn't good. I didn't finish it.
This story had no, in comparison to the first one, the story didn't
Yeah.
tell anything about the impact of her mental illness. It really wasn't like a commentary of anything. I think people just threw it because it was the first thing they think of like mental illness. But they're not going to
This would be the throwing Xbox a bone award if it were, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, so it's going to go to Tails.
Liam.
I'm gonna go with Never.
That was what I was debating between.
Mm.
See,
It's
never.
can I just say how funny it is that Life is Strange is on this list?
Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
it really impacted me. It made me cringe so hard. You know, I was so impacted. And I love Life is Strange. I enjoy that level of cringe, but what the fuck is it doing here? Like, come on.
So Liam, why choose never?
Because I've heard a lot of good things about it. Like, and it's always people saying, not enough people have played this game. It's like this really, really impactful game, ironically. So yeah.
Okay,
Never.
all right.
I like the art style. I like the fact that it's got giant wolf dog thing with horns, so I'm going to go with never as well.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
gonna
but
go with
like,
never.
yeah, the category just didn't strike me as much as games that most remind you of Bambi.
Oh,
Like that, I
talk
didn't
about
think that was the
impact.
category name, so I picked something else. I think it's like it looks like a cool game, and I'd like to get around to try and playing it. But it was that was the one where I'm like, you mean just games that were trying to tug at your heartstrings, or games that actually were trying to say something? Like,
I
and it's
literally
hard to
don't.
tell. It's hard to
I
tell
literally
which
don't
the
know.
category is.
Yeah, I literally don't know. I don't really have a pick other than what everybody else is picking. So never.
I would have gone with Indica myself if Mikey had not already taken it.
Right.
Right, Mitch, your second category selection.
I'm gonna go with. This is where it gets hard because there's like two options that could win, except for this one category you all kind of missed, and I was kind of shocked by it. So we're gonna go with
Best narrative.
No, that one's one of the toughest of all the categories. Let's be honest. Where are you? Best multiplayer.
Would you like to read the nominees?
Oh, I would gladly like to read the nominees.
Oh, I wouldn't Mitch just say no.
Best multiplayer. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. Helldivers 2. Super Mario Party Jumpin' Jamboree.
Jimbori.
Tekken 8. Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2. And the winner and lock is Helldivers. This is its easiest category to win.
Yeah, this was when I was on the Helldivers picks. Is Helldivers nominated for 3 awards? Because I was just going to go for it for all. I was going to just pick it for all 3.
But its best shot is this one.
Yeah, it seemed to capture the zeitgeist somewhat.
Yeah, it was the standout zeitgeist of the year was Helldivers 2.
Right, I'm going to go for the obvious. Oh, it's Mikey next. Terribly sorry. Oh no, we're going back down the line, so it's Liam.
Yeah,
Terribly.
yeah, Liam.
Yeah, Black Ops 6.
Yep.
I mean, it's the best Call of Duty like multiplayer in years. The movement system is actually awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I had so much fun playing it, and I love how it makes a very stale sort of just gameplay system very interesting and exciting and fun. I think it does a lot to get rid of a lot of the sort of swayiness that the game has. Because once you get the hang of it, it's actually just quite easy and a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah,
personally.
and it's great how it keeps loads of people employed by having to have people scanning accounts every hour of every day globally to ban all the cheats. Hundreds of accounts are blocked an hour, apparently.
Oh, man.
And there's still a rampant cheating problem. Mikey.
No,
I am.
Snake Draft, right?
Yeah, so Mitch
Mike is
picked,
next. I picked,
then Liam,
so
then it
Mike-
goes to Mikey, then me, and then you.
All right.
So, Mikey, for your best multiplayer.
Yeah, I also am going to go with Black Ops 6 because this has been the Call of Duty that has been least complained about in every one of the categories that it chooses to represent, both single player, multiplayer, semi-multiplayer of zombies, and is there a new Warzone running?
Yeah, it launched last week.
Yeah,
Well,
last
it
week
launched
or
just a
whatever.
couple of days ago. I think it was Tuesday, and already people are bitching and moaning about why there isn't a new map.
Yeah, but
But they're still fucking playing it. So Activision are there
correct.
going, we don't care.
Yeah.
Also,
Most people have just really been enjoying playing this game, whereas a lot of people in past years would bounce after like a month or a couple of weeks, and this one like seems to have a lot of legs. I think Helldivers is the most unique multiplayer experience of just doing that, and failure being quite common, but still being absolutely a blast. Like you're laughing and raging at the same time. But I think Call of Duty has the best, like most highest volume positive positive vibes. So yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
And Matt.
wait, you didn't pick Keith?
Yeah.
Yes, I
what are you
did. I've
picking?
gone with Black Ops 6 because
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Sorry. I mean,
You just didn't type it.
no, we just didn't interrupt Matt enough. We just
Oh, yeah,
it's been a
COD.
year. It's been a year.
COD Blops 6.
we're all blocked. Right, Liam, your second selection.
Best narrative.
Let me get to the top of the page. Would you like to read the nominees?
Sure. Best narrative. Oh crap! Rebirth. 7. Fantasy Final.
You don't have to do that anymore.
I know. I just want to. I felt a little bit sad and I missed it. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Like a Dragon. Infinite Wealth. Metaphor Refantasio. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. I still don't know why it's not Hellblade 2 : Senua's Saga.
Senua's Saga. Yeah.
That really annoys
Someone got
me.
something in their colon and they had to change it.
It's
Yeah.
just part of the Microsoft purchase, you know? They just don't know how to name things.
And also, not to be forgotten, Silent Hill 2.
Okay. And your pick and assumed lock.
Metaphor Refantasio, easily.
Interesting. So you think it's going to win that category over? You think it's going to win both narrative and RPG?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, like, when you look at narratives in games, that one is easily the best. People have a lot of problems with Rebirth. Like a Dragon, is it going to win? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Senua's Saga, pretentious bollocks that they've wasted their time on. And Silent Hill 2, oh, it's a remake. We've heard
And just
this same
bollocks
story
they've
before.
wasted their time on.
I don't even think they've nominated some of the right things in this category. I think Black Myth Wukong should have been there. The story is really cool. Like, really cool. But I guess journalists didn't play past the first few hours, so, you know. Yeah, but, Metaphor Refantasio.
It was too hard
People
for
are just
journalists.
tired of Journey to the West, but
Yeah. Oh, they sort of outed themselves with that because one person wrote a whole article about how there weren't enough women in the game, and then didn't realise, in like the third or fourth chapter, there's like a whole tribe of assassin women that are like important characters to the story. It's like, you clearly didn't play it. It's
Wow.
embarrassing.
Okay. So, Mitch.
I mean, Liam took the one that I think is going to happen as well. The only reason I'm timid because I would go potentially with Silent Hill 2. Because it's like known as one of the greatest stories in horror. However, the game and literally story-wise is beat for beat of the original. It's like literally the same script. So I don't think it'll win narrative. So if any one of these is going to win besides Metaphor, it's going to be 7 Rebirth. So got to go with that one. Like, even though the ending was like mixed.
Speaking of pretentious
reviews.
bollocks.
Mikey.
Almost beat for beat. Like Metaphor is the one that I think actually has a shot because a good RPG with a good narrative, not just a ho-hum narrative, does a lot of good things for people. And that's what I would have picked. I think and I think Rebirth is going to take it. I'm going to pick Rebirth, mostly because people are all up-ons on Final Fantasy VII, but people are also all up-ons on, what is different about the story compared to the first one. So I'm not happy with it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Well, I don't. Well, I think Liam has picked the winner, so I'm going to go with a completely random one and go with
Like a dragon,
Hellblade
like a
2.
dragon, like a dragon, like a dragon, like a dragon.
And just to see if they do throw Microsoft a bone.
Oh, Hellblade.
Part of me always wants to wonder what would happen if the worst possible outcome happens, just so
What,
you can see the
Blooper
shitstorm
Team
on the
one?
internet. I mean, I think Hellblade would be the worst pick. In terms of courting unwanted attention, perhaps. Yeah.
Keith's like, fuck the category. I don't care anymore.
Well, yeah, because Liam's going to get it. So I just thought, screw it. Matt,
I'll do Silent Hill 2. Because like Keith, I'm like, fuck it.
wait, you mean Jump Scare Simulator?
Yeah. Although
Mm,
it would be hilarious if it did win, because it would mean that a 30-year-old game is better than another 30-year-old game.
just say that the beauty of Silent Hill 2 is that it doesn't really rely on jump scares. It's more psychological horror.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
according to Steph Sterling, but I don't know. And I don't know enough about the game. Mitch, you are out of locks.
I know. So this is where we get to have fun, boys.
Indeed.
This is where Mitch can just pick wild and let's just go at it. Either I'm gonna do it that way or.
So we're doing Game of the Year last, by the way.
Yeah, and it's not a pickable lock, so I assumed it was gonna be last. Fuck it, let's just do it. Fuck it, we'll do it live. All right. Best action adventure game.
I knew it. I scrolled down to it, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna pick this one.
It was either this one or I was gonna go with Best Sim Strategy, aka the Dan Award.
Please read the nominees.
The nominees for Best Action Adventure Game are Astrobot, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, The Legends of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. The Legend, sorry, not Legends. Even though
There can't be more than one legend.
There can be more than one legend, even though there is like 12 of them.
The Legends of Zelda.
God damn, and I do have to pick this, don't I?
Yes.
Flashbacks to strange movie with Tom Cruise and Tim Curry.
Silent Hill would never. Star Wars Outlaws would be a never. I feel like this one is like give a bone to like Prince of Persia. Like if they're gonna give Astro Best Family Game and then potentially win it for like
It's
Game of
not
the
an
Year.
action adventure game. What the fuck is it doing in this category?
It's the best action adventure game which combines traversal and puzzle solving. Astrobot does have puzzle solving. It's very simple puzzle solving, but it is puzzle solving.
Very, very simple one button action, but
Yes, there's a very simple one button action.
or two. You did the trigger. And
I mean, you could say the same thing about Echoes of Wisdom. Like, well, you're gonna throw a.
I wasn't defending it.
Throw a bed at an enemy, and that's considered combat there, Burkoff.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm going Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. They're gonna give this one a bone. A lot of people were picking this to be like potential game of the year, and it just has gone flat.
So is this the apology your studio got shut down award?
Yep, basically, 100%.
Who's
gonna accept-
the team just got moved on to other projects?
Who's gonna accept the award though? Like if the studio got disbanded.
They didn't get disbanded. The
Ubisoft.
team just moved on
No.
to different projects.
No,
Eve,
that's why I use
Guillemot, or whatever his name is just gonna go up on
Guillermo.
himself.
That's why I use the word disbanded, like not shut down. They got disbanded. They got separated. So like
Head of
I
HR,
suppose
probably.
That's true.
But okay, yeah, let's go with Last Crown. This
The
one's
chief finance
wild.
finance officer will pick it. Mikey.
I also am going to go with Prince of Persia because Astrobot is a sum of its parts game, and it is the action and adventure are fun in Astrobot, but that is not the standout only reason you would pick it type of game. So I'm also going with Prince of Persia.
It was the best platformer. I'd pick Astro.
Absolutely, hands down. Yes.
I'm going to be contrarian and I'm going to go with Silent Hill 2.
Ooh, Keith, trying to go for the win.
But where's the adventure?
You're in the mist.
I don't care. Yeah, whatever.
I want to pick Outlaws just because I feel like that's what Dan would pick. He was so heavy into that game.
Well, now they've actually put out some fixes to make it, I don't know, fun. I might pick it up in the sale at some point.
You know, now that they don't make stealth required.
I'm gonna go with everybody else and go with Lost Crown.
Damn, I thought I was going for the dark horse. Okay.
Liam?
I don't know.
No, he is an olive horse.
I'm surprised. I thought everybody would go for Astrobot, which is what I'm going for.
Mitch,
I
no.
think it will easily win this category.
Mitch.
These
He's not a
categories make
dark
no
horse.
sense.
He's an olive horse.
Yeah.
Right, Mikey.
All right. I'm not the closest to. I wanted to pick the Dan Awards, but I'm not the closest to Dan. So I'll let a more Dan adjacent person pick the Dan Awards. Let's see. I will pick best comsup.
Wait, best
Community
what?
support.
Community support.
And
the
would you
nominees
please read-
include Baldur's Gate the Third, Final Fantasy the Seventh, Fortnite the First, Helldivers the Two'd, and No Man's Sky the Forevered. I'm actually going to go No Man's Sky on this one. No Man's Sky has just, it seems like, oh, this is what they do, but drop update after update after update and gigantic update. Just continuing to support their community and different things. Fortnite is being Fortnite. If it wins, I'll be like, okay, I've just been disconnected from there. Final Fantasy 14, I've heard rumors and machinations of this has actually not been a good year. Baldur's Gate 3, I mean, sure, cool. But I don't know of anything gigantic of like, yes, we finally did this one thing that you were looking for. Helldivers has been too sinusoidal. No Man's Sky is the only the hits just keep coming and they're all good hits. And so I'm going with No Man's Sky.
For me, I would have said No Man's Sky is too old to win this award. So in terms of recency bias, it's for me between Helldivers 2 and Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm going to go with Helldivers 2.
Yep.
Because I think people are going to complain about Baldur's Gate 3 for taking the horny character mod out.
Yeah, so I was going to go...
I missed something.
I was going to go with Baldur's Gate 3 because of some of the updates. But I'm actually going to go with Mikey, pick No Man's Sky. Because I feel like, I don't think it's ever won an award.
Yeah,
Yeah, it definitely has.
All right.
they won the
best ongoing.
Yeah. They won the best game where a British guy lied about something.
That's not the Peter Molyneux Award.
That would be awesome if they had Peter Molyneux fucking
I'm still
present God Murray with
and
if
he goes on stage, I'd ask him, "Where's Milo?"
with Otis.
What was in the center of the cube?
What was on that piece of paper you gave Milo?
Mitch.
Oh man, I'm going Helldivers. It was either that or Baldur's Gate.
And Liam.
Yeah, Helldivers as well. I just find it funny because I think that it doesn't deserve this award at all.
Nope.
You know,
Neither do I.
but the most funny outcome is usually the correct outcome.
I also am going to avoid the Dan Award, and I am going to go for best game. Where is it? Best game direction, not art direction. Game direction.
I'll be right back in
And the
2 minutes.
The nominees for best game direction are Asta Robot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree. I'm not familiar with that species of tree.
It's the one that
And-
didn't do something right. It erred.
It Erd. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Metaphor Refantasio. And I'm going to say best game direction is going to go to Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah.
Matt.
I'm gonna go with Black Myth as well. I think it's a beautiful looking game, and the fact that it's like semi-open, but also sort of boss rush. Yeah.
Mikey.
Yeah. Best game direction. Game. This is game direction, not art direction, correct?
Yeah,
Right.
game direction, not art
Okay, right,
direction.
Yeah. I am going to I'm going to use this one as the not dark horse, but the slightly slighted Dark Knight pick of actually going Astrobot on this one, because I do think Black Myth Wukong is probably should win this one, if not Game of the Year, and they might do that, but that might be exactly why Astrobot doesn't win, because they give it best game direction. And the direction they took was reminding of us a whole bunch of games that we really miss and wish we could play more of.
Liam.
I'm going to go with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I think this is where they throw that game a bone.
And finally, Mitch.
This one's tricky. I actually am so tempted of picking Balatro. I'm like so tempted because it's like one guy made the game. Like one guy made Balatro. Like
Man of will,
it's so
vision,
tempting. It's either that or
pure effing will.
It's either gonna be that or Black Myth. I think the other ones have no chance. And also the best game direction has been not the same person to win most of the time. I think last year and a couple years ago was the same person, but fuck it. Balatro.
Nice.
The man directed himself.
I changed my mind. I'm going back to back. Black Myth.
Okay.
No take backsies.
Hey, I did take Quebexies, but that's also because I didn't understand the rules.
The graphic changed. I'm on Black Myth.
Right, where are we, Matt?
All right, so I get to pick a category, but I can't lock it.
Correct.
Yes.
Let's go best performance.
You mean the one that we probably know least about?
I was
I'm gonna
scrolling through it. I
vote
was
for
like,
the only man.
nobody has mentioned this one yet. Let's fucking do it.
Right.
The
Please read the
nominee for
nominees.
best, the nominee for best performance are Brianna White in Final Fantasy VII,
As what character?
Hannah Tell or Hannah Telly in Life is Strange Double Exposure, Humberly Gonzalez in Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Roberts in Silent Hill 2, and Meliana Jurgens in
It would be
Senua's
Jurgens.
Is it
Jurgens.
Jurgens?
Melina.
Jurgens.
So
Melina.
close. All right, Jurgens in Cinema Saga 2.
Yeah. Just like
I'm
taking a shot of Jägermeister.
yeah. I'm gonna go with Humberly Gonzalez in Star Wars Outlaws. And
Are
the
you
only reason that
kidding?
I'm gonna pick her is because I saw a news article about her. I was like, if it showed up in my feed, it must be popular, right?
People have been railing on that performance.
Yeah.
Did you
And
read
not just
why
because-
she
I
was
saw it in the
news?
paper, so therefore it must be.
It must be
true.
good. She
Yeah.
must have
Yeah.
made the papers only for good
Not too
reason.
bad.
I've got absolutely no fucking idea, to be honest. I'm just going to go with
Vote for the only man. Vote for the only man.
No, I'm going to go with the SJW award, as some people are calling it, and
no.
I'm going to go for Life Exchange Double Exposure.
All right.
Mikey.
This was my thought for I'm sorry. This is my thought of the throw Hellblade a bone category. So I'm going with Melina Jurgens for Senua Saga.
Mitch.
Olin Hellblade the second.
Melina won't win because she already won. She won for Hellblade 1.
Oh, did you win last year? Oh, okay.
No, not
All right.
last
No,
year.
3
She
years
won-
ago.
she
That's how
won
long
3
it's
years
taken
ago.
for the fucking game to come out.
No,
But
she won like
when,
6
when
years
the last
ago.
time Hellblade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 years ago. Whatever it was. Yeah.
This is actually the easiest. I almost locked this one before. It's Brianna White. Everyone is in love with her Aerith performance. Like literally, she already won the Golden Joystick Award for her performance as Aerith. She's getting everyone's. If there's one thing about Final Fantasy Rebirth, they said Aerith's performance was the best thing about that game.
Nice.
So,
I did not play, so
Interesting.
I wouldn't have been able to.
I
Tell
just
you that.
started playing it, and I only know it because of what everyone else is saying. IGN is talking about it. What did I tell you? Pick what IG picks. IGN says Brianna White's amazing. You pick that.
Liam.
I'm going to go with Melina Jurgens as well. I think this is where you throw Xbox a bone. And it's sort of like, I think the game is stupid. I don't understand why it exists in the way that it does. But like it's like one of those things that you can't deny how much work and effort that actress put into that role.
Sure.
Even if it was kind of pointless in the long term.
Wasted on
Isn't
the
life
product it
just
was.
pointless?
Yeah. It's like
Life
give
is
her a
strange.
job in Hollywood or some shit.
Life is strange,
She's
man.
great.
So just go expose yourself twice.
It's like Life is Strange nominate the game.
Because it gets nominated every single year because they release a game for cringe.
2
Was
years.
it game?
It's like the CW of the games industry.
Games for cringe packed.
That used to be Telltale.
Used to be Telltale.
Right, Matt, you can go again because let's just get through this shit.
Uh,
Liam's depressed me by saying that life is meaningless and we're all
go.
going to die in the apocalypse. I'm just going to go stand outside with my arms open and wait for the meteor to strike.
Can I come? I don't want to be
Let's-
lonely.
let's go with best art direction. Do I get
Please
to-
read
do
the
I get to-
nominees.
All right, okay. Astrobot, Black Myth, Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, Metaphor, Refantasio, and Neva. Best art direction, Metaphor.
Because I went Black Myth for game direction, I'm going to go with this Japanese game, which is a game I've heard about for art direction.
Yeah, I mean the menus are amazing.
Great. I love menus. Menus are the best parts of video games. Thank God for that. Mikey.
For best art direction. This is the only one that I felt would be like Erdtree Bone. but I think Metaphor Refantasio just like it pops. Like, I mean, Neva has really good art direction, but it has one art direction, and it sticks with it. Like, it's really good. But
Does
I
it have
think
different art direction in the menus? That's, I think, what we need to know.
can't speak to that. I've never looked at a Neva menu, so I think 5, 4, 3, 2. Nah, Erdtree is just more Elden Ring, which is good art direction. It usually wins. People usually like the art direction, but it's just more of the same. I'll go with Metaphor.
Mitch,
It's either this or Black Myth, and I'm just gonna, for safety for myself, to win the game. I'm gonna pick what everyone else is picking this time, so I'm gonna go Metaphor. But I would not be shocked if Black Myth Wukong won this award, but it does have the different art direction comparison.
if this gets points, I may have to mark you down for cowardice.
Myth of color.
-1.
Well, speaking of cowardice, Black Myth Wukong.
Liam
I think
gets
that
extra.
I don't understand. I don't know why the journos aren't talking about Wukong more, because I feel like some of the things it does with its art direction are like some of the coolest shit I've seen in years. I haven't actually played the game yet, but I just keep getting clips like directed towards me for some reason, and I'm just like, how?
I can tell you why. I've played it. There are some areas that are the best looking thing I've seen in a while, but there are some places that look awful. Like some of the worst art I've seen in quite some time. Like the rendering is bad. It's just like, it is hit and miss, but when it hits, which is why I was concerned. But
you see,
probably
I wouldn't say that rendering comes under art direction, because like if you took that into account, you'd have to say that a game like Metaphor that is quite ugly at times because it's running on such old technology. It is like an ugly game. Oh yeah, like pretty old technology, like compared to a lot of its peers, like it you can tell that the art direction is the thing that's like pulling it through, the lack of technology. I would say, where it's lacking for graphics, it makes up for it in art direction.
I don't think that's what it is. I think that's just taste. I think that's just.
Do we want to do some more categories because we got?
Yep.
Yes, and it's me next, and I'm going to go for the Dan Award, which I have absolutely no idea about. So this is just going to be a bit of fun. So the Dan Award is for Best Sim and Strategy, and the nominees are Age of Mythology, Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, which I've also heard could be, or Yellow Brick Road, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord. So if this was best named game, Unicorn Overlord would fucking win.
Oh, absolutely.
That is a great name for a game.
For mechanics too.
That would have made your fantasy draft as like a bonus point.
Oh hell yeah, Unicorn Overlord! If that's somehow some kind of crazy third-person shooter, that would have been great. And I'm just because I have no idea, and it's the first one, I'm going to go with Age of Mythology.
Oh, you're not even sticking to your guns, cowardice.
Well, no, I said it was the name.
He's sticking to his ignorance.
I'm sticking. Yeah, I love my ignorance. Once you lose your ignorance, you can never get it back.
Mikey.
I'm going with Manor Lords because it was kind of the most standout, like different type of sim, and a lot of times novelty plays a huge part in people's enjoyment or preference. So I'm going with Manor Lord.
Mitch.
This is easy. Frostpunk 2.
That is the safe mechanic pick. Yes.
Liam.
Manor Lords.
Interesting. All picking different games. Oh no, Mikey and Liam are picking the same. I'm gonna go with
Unicorn Overlord. Yeah, if that wins, Matt's getting extra points.
My heart is
That
ready with
actually is the most Dan pick because
Yeah.
Right, Mikey.
against all reason. Oh, me? Snake Draft?
Yep. So we've got best score in music and innovation in accessibility left.
Okay, let's do the Mitch Awards.
It's not my word.
Please read the nominees.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Where did it go? All right.
I can do it for you.
Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Diablo the Fourth, Dargon Age, the Vile Guard, Prince of Parisian, the Loosed Kroon, and Star Wars Outlaws.
Star Wars Outlaws. Now we fixed it.
Did you mean to say the Vile Guard? Or was that just a misspeak?
I don't even know anymore.
Mikey
think I've
knows
just-
everything he says.
I have to, otherwise my children will call me out. Innovation and accessibility. Be honest, this is the one category I've played none of the games, so I can't tell you what is accessible or not.
I can tell you that I've played 3 of them, and 3 of them have shit fucking options.
I
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Diablo 4 for one reason only, and that was the report that they had 28 people who were legally blind be able to actually play the game and complete it, like the story, because of the accessibility options they've given them. So I'm like, that sounds pretty darn cool. Like being legally blind to participate in a video game like this, which I'm like, that's pretty crazy. So I'm going with Diablo 4 on that.
I'm also going to go with Black Ops 6. No, I'm not. Diablo 4. Why is Black Ops 6 on this goddamn list? When
They had
It's got some really cool shit.
They have Steve Saylor, who's an accessibility consultant, low vision blind accessibility consultant, work on it,
Yep.
and they improved the accessibility on that one for low vision players.
Yeah, okay. The reason that I'm so against this ever winning is you guys probably didn't know, but they are selling a audio pack to improve the audio in the multiplayer and Warzone. So this game should be struck from this list.
Are you telling me they have a blind tax? Is that?
No,
it's
just like
not
an
used for
audio.
blind playability.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just makes it's like pay to win, but with audio. Like it makes your audio better, so you can be more sweaty about it.
It's
hilarious.
Dolby. It's like if you kept Dolby Atmos off of the Blu-ray, and you
Interesting.
had to buy a second disc to get Dolby
Wow.
Atmos or whatever.
Wow.
But
It's
Black Ops 6 again, they
Fucking
increased
bullshit.
the accessibility. They threw it on Game Pass. They made it more accessible so that people don't have to pay extra money.
Yes, so they can just buy the audio pack to make the game work better.
Indeed, free $99.
Whose choice is it?
It's you, Matt.
I'm going with Dragon Age: The Veilguard, because unfortunately it's not going to win any other awards, and I want to be able to tell my wife, like, look, thing.
Mitch.
It was either going to be between Black Ops or Diablo. It's Diablo. Blind playability is a gold standard, and yeah, what they did is very impressive for a point and click game on PC to be able to be blind playable is very impressive. I've seen what they did. It's pretty cool.
So which
You got to
one?
choose one of them.
Oh no, I picked Diablo. I said Diablo's going to win.
Oh, I thought you said it's between Black Ops
You
6
did.
and Diablo.
I did, but I said I gotta
And
go
then
Diablo.
left
Diablo is
hanging.
the coolest thing. Like blind playability is the gold
Oh,
standard.
okay. Gotcha.
Diablo is going to win.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Also, if you want to
Diablo's
buy
gonna
the
win.
audio patch for, if you want to buy the audio patch for this episode, it will be available at a later date. Liam,
Yeah, Diablo 4 as well.
Right, who is Mitch?
I don't have
You've
a
got
choice.
best score of music.
Yep. It's like I don't have a choice in this one, do I? Let's see, best score in music. There we go. And the nominees are Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Metaphor Refantasium, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. This is like one of the toughest of all the categories, to be honest. The only argument I could say Astrobot not winning is because they technically are reusing some of the music from Astro's Playroom, just expanding on it, but they do have custom.
And Final Fantasy isn't?
But they do have custom levels in Astro that are unique to PlayStation that remixes their music. Final Fantasy is reusing themes, but they're making all the music from scratch, like to have them blend and change and transform for combat scenarios.
Oh yeah.
And people love the Metaphor combat song. Silent Hill, and Stellar Blade's not going to win. Shit. Fuck it. They're going to go with the nostalgia. They're all going to go for that Final Fantasy shit. This is the one time they're like, oh my god, my theme, my era theme. So that's where I'm going. Final Fantasy.
Liam.
Metaphor Refantasia. I just think it's the best soundtrack.
Yeah,
to be honest. Like,
it's hard.
Surprisingly so.
Mikey.
And I do think, even though you say that people will go on nostalgia, Mitch, I think it does have a lot of it has a lot in common with the previous game soundtracks. So I just don't think it's very fair to give it.
When
to that
reading
game,
when
personally.
reading reviewers' reviews, one thing they always said was the music is amazing. It's like one of the best scores I've heard in a while.
But so was the music in the previous game.
Nope.
Was awesome
No, they did
as well,
not say the
you
score
know.
in 7 was great and remake was great. They said
No,
this one is
I
the
think
best.
it's unarguably one of the best parts. So
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
I feel you.
Yeah, it comes down to which is the objectively like better soundtrack, or which is the one more likely to be queued up on Spotify to be re-listened to. And I think more people are gonna queue in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth soundtrack than they are Metaphor. Like I've heard some of the Metaphor songs; they're really good. They slap. But Seven Rebirth has had a lot of people like, oh yeah, like they have both good music, well executed music, and they get to pull on the nostalgic crank, which I think is going to do it for a lot of people.
Personally, what slaps for me is Astro, and I'd pick Astro because that's remixes.
Oh, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Crazy remixes are amazing.
No,
we
it's
don't
great.
we don't condone violence. I would have given this to.
I'm sorry,
Black
I'm not
Ops
going to
6
Will Smith
if-
you, Keith. I won't Will Smith you. I promise.
It's a long way to go to slap me. I mean, it probably involves 2 flights.
If I do that, we're going to fucking record it.
I'm going to
Mitt
go
finally
with
visits Keith to slap him.
So get Stellar Blade out of your goddamn mouth, Keith.
Get my
right,
waifu's name out of your mouth.
I've gone with Liam because he knows stuff about Japanese games.
Thank you.
Matt.
I'm gonna go with Metaphor Refantasia because Liam knows stuff about Japanese games.
But I
I think
lose.
It's good enough for me.
I love it.
Good enough for me. Right, now it boils down to the big one. No, actually, this is the penultimate one. Then we get into the real interesting shit. Right, Game of the Year picks. We're going to go back in the original Snake Draft order. So, Liam, you'll go first. What was your pick for Game of the Year?
Oh, Black Myth Wukong.
Ooh.
Black Myth Wukong for Liam. Mitch.
It's going to Astrobot.
Mikey.
It is the sum of its parts game, Astrobot.
I am also going to say Astros, but I'm disappointed there's no jiggle physics in it.
Whoa. Those goo monsters that shoot. Also, some of those ghosts, pretty provocative. If you look close enough.
Also,
I like some of the ways he pops
his
like
arms
bombs.
jiggle. His arms jiggle as he runs cutely across the map.
They kind of
Yeah.
do jiggle a bit.
Actually,
Yeah,
if you look at some of those bots that you rescue, including the Stellar Blade one, there is some jiggle physics. Not where you think, but there is jiggle physics.
And
His cape jiggles.
The question is, do I just go with a random ass pick and everybody's like, no, what the fuck are you doing? Or
are
do
you
I
going to go with
go?
Metaphor Reese Fantasio?
If you do that, Matt,
No.
I wouldn't be disappointed because you just do Matt. That's a Matt pick. You're just going for last place as always.
I think Black Myth is gonna get snubbed because of reasons. I'm gonna pick Astrobot.
I think
My goofy pick would have been Belatro though. So
Yeah.
I don't know, Keith, if you were just on that square or
Bellatro's
I
actually
was
the one
just,
that
I was
want to
hovering.
win.
I was
most.
hovering, waiting for you to say Belatro.
yeah, that would have been my goofy pick. Just because I think like honestly that of any random ass game that could potentially pick it.
Right.
You know?
And now we get into the interesting stuff about the show itself. And these are just for a bit of fun, and or if there happens to be a tiebreak. So I've asked some random questions.
like the image I picked.
Liam, what colour will Jeff's suit be?
Ooh, navy.
Navy.
Do you think
Mitch.
he's wearing a full suit, or is he going with the bifurcated sports coat, casual pant combo?
You can go with whatever you want. If you think this might be a trick question, you can say so. Mitch,
The
are
suit.
you going to go with the image that we've got on screen with black sparkly?
It's gonna be a form of. It's gonna be a form of black. Like I don't know what tint, but it's gonna be a tint of black. Could be like
How do you spell sequins?
no sequence, just black.
Black.
Well, actually, no. He's gonna have some flair, but it's not gonna be sequence. It's gonna be some kind of flair on there, but it might be a two-tone. Actually, sorry, recorrection. It's gonna be Can I say two-toned, or do I have to name the colors of the two?
You have to name the
It-
colors if you're going to say
At
two-tone.
least one of the tones. Come on.
Fine.
Light blue and black.
I think he's gonna go navy blue and black.
Navy blue, black.
Navy and black. Mikey.
I was waffling between like lightly patterned charcoal and dark off denim blue for the sport coat. Not
Off.
denim,
Dark off.
but dark off denim blue for the sports coat.
Sports coat.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
will go.
And then black pants.
Sports coat will be like dark off denim blue, and the pants itself, those will be the charcoal, off charcoal.
Off charcoal. Like it's just been in the fridge for a bit too long.
Keith.
I think he's going to go black, but he's going to have some sparkle in there. So I'm going to go black with sequins.
I like it.
I'm gonna go
Matt.
with silvery gray.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Spicy. He's going spicy.
Silver grey. Ooh. Okay, nice. Right, we'll go back down the line. What colour will Jeff's shoes be, Matt? If he's going to be silvery grey, you've got to make sure the shoes match.
Oh, he's gonna have what do they call those? The black and white ones. You know what I'm talking about? The black and white
Like-
dress shoes.
The zoot suit
The
riot type
wingtips.
shoes.
Yeah, the wingtips.
You
Yeah,
can
black
be
and white
wingtips.
wingtips.
So if he's going black, I could go all white shoe, but I
Maybe,
don't think I
maybe.
will. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Black Van's White Soul.
Nice.
Mikey.
He's gonna go with those kind of like wingtips that are like multi-colored leather, but in Concord theme.
It is very possible that he could fucking crazy ass fucking neon green.
Mitch, going with your navy black combo.
He's going black loafers, sockless.
Ooh. Now, do we have to prove it's sockless, or could it just be like low-rise ankle socks?
If there's hints of skin, we need to know that if it's for a fully nude foot.
If we get a glimpse of ankle, I'll count that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I have a friend that's going to the awards. I can ask him to take a picture of his feet.
Of Jeff's feet, yeah, that'll go over well.
Hey,
just run up on stage to collect an award and just snapping Jeff's feet.
Hey, wait, Jeff, we need your foot. We need your foot to confirm. Just.
I mean, Jeff's not starting an OnlyFans anytime soon that we know of, so it's all good.
Right, and Liam, the shoes,
white.
Just white.
Just white.
White leather, canvas.
Are
Just
dress
white.
shoes, basketball shoes? Jordans?
You could be wearing sneakers.
Are we going Jordans? Where are we going? We got.
I mean, personally, I was sort of thinking white trainers. I guess you could say.
Okay.
Okay. Well, white.
Or like those sort of. Yeah, that's why I just say white. Makes it easier.
Okay, Liam, back to you again. What colour dress will the woman in the pre-show be wearing?
There will be no woman.
Oh, trick question.
Is Sydney Goodman not going to be doing that?
That's whose name it was. I
It's
can
going
remember.
to be Kyle Bossman or a Muppet.
I mean,
Kyle Bossman is a Muppet. What are you
Maybe
talking about?
both. Maybe both.
Would you like to name the Muppet? Kyle Bossman.
I mean, I'll say, just for my own enjoyment, the Cookie Monster.
That's a Sesame Street character, not a Muppet.
Yeah, that's not a Muppet.
I don't care. It's got to be the Cookie Monster.
What's the
I love the
Muppet
Cookie
that
Monster.
he had on last time? Keeps having on it.
Fozzie Bear.
There you go.
Fozzie.
he had Gonzo too, didn't he?
Yeah, Gonzo on there. And a great and powerful Gonzo. Mitch.
Liam took my joke. You're going to be like, what color is she wearing? I'd be like, Kyle Bossman is wearing a red dress.
Kyle Bossman red dress. I heard it first. Yeah.
Oh, now you took my joke. Now you took my joke.
It's going to be, let's go with, simple. It's gonna be black. It's gotta be.
Boring.
It's black. No, it's red. It's red. It's red. It's definitely red. It's red.
Red dress. Right, Mikey.
It'll be a erotic lollipop red dress.
Whoa. That's very
Erotic
descriptive.
lollipop red.
I wonder if we get double points for being like really descriptive, like nail the exact color.
Yeah, I kind of wish I'd gone with like the same
Erotic lollipop red,
jackets
like red.
in Stellar Blade.
Red.
That would have been very interesting.
I thought about green, but to be honest, I thought even like Jeff might coordinate with her, but I've never seen them coordinate their outfits, so I was
Jeff
just,
is just
I-
like the Stellar Blade
Keith,
character.
Keith,
I have to go
what do
with
you
the
got?
complete opposite.
I'm
Oil
going
in
for
flesh.
Zelda Emerald Green.
Ooh.
Wait,
The-
Zelda
the
Emerald
le-
Green
the
or
Legends-
Rupee
The
Emerald
Legends
Green?
of Zelda Emerald Green.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, just
the Legends of Zelda.
Rupee, one Rupee Green.
Yeah. And Matt.
I don't have anything good for. I'm gonna go. She's gonna be wearing Pokemon Gold.
Pikachu Gold.
She's going to be wearing a
No.
Pokemon outfit.
No, Pokemon Gold
Yeah,
is like-
Pokemon Gold.
Right, Matt. Back down the line to you. What colour will Jeff's tie be?
Ooh, all right. If he's wearing a silver suit, let's go with a.
The mystery was never solved.
We didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your mic cut
silver
off.
silver tie. Silver tie.
Silver tie.
To go with the silver suit.
Yeah, the mic cut
So
off
we're
right
saying
when you said
silver. Is it going to be shiny? So it could be silk, maybe. Would you say?
Yeah, a silk silver tie.
No, he's going to do silver
Oh.
leather. That's what he's doing.
I'm going to say this is actually a trick question. He won't be wearing a tie.
That is a
that
possibility.
was mine. Damn
Yeah.
it.
No, instead though, he'll be wearing one of those string ones that with the little clip.
Oh, the cowboy
Oh,
style.
Cowboy ties?
They're
Yeah.
what the fuck are they called? They have a name. I'll find out what it is.
A bolo tie, right?
Is it a bolo tie?
I think it's a bolo tie.
I think it is bolo too. Yeah.
Bolo tie. I was going to say that is a trick question. He won't be wearing a tie. He'll be wearing a locket containing a lock of Hideo Kojima's hair.
Here I thought it would be
Mikey.
like I was thinking maybe it would be a vial of Kojima's tears.
Or his blood.
A vial of nondescript bodily fluid.
Is it
For the
yellow?
record, I was thinking actual like bile or something like that, like an internal fluid, not an excreted fluid. Like, and then I was like, that could be misconstrued about what fluid I'm talking
It's
about,
the
so I
Death
need to
Stranding.
clarify.
It's
It's a strand of hair. All right, I'm going with Johnny Silverhand black tie.
I'm assuming that'd be leather. Mikey. So we've got Johnny Silverhand black leather from Mikey. Mitch.
Oh, I miss you guys. It's a trick question. There will be no tie. There will be nothing. He will be wearing just one button down, sexy. That's all he's going for. No chest hair.
Oh, I was gonna say glimpse of chest hair or no?
No,
That's also for the OnlyFans.
he doesn't want to show his
Is
he doesn't want to show his Kojima tattoo.
Is Jeff naturally hairless, or is it hair?
And Liam.
Oh, I think no tie as well. Personally, I think he's going for an overall sort of dressy, casual sort of look.
So is it going to be top? Is he? What are you thinking? Kind of round neck shirt then, with the top button done up, or are you thinking collared shirt with the button undone?
I'm thinking collared shirt with the button.
Yep.
Same.
Sort of undone.
That's
yeah.
good. That's a good pick.
Yeah, he's trying to go for I pissed off people with this Game of the Year nomination, so I'm just gonna
I wrote
casual.
top bottom undone.
Gotta give the people something to distract them. Being like, why is he not wearing a tie? Oh,
You know,
Elden
he
Ring.
could even have a like Kojima pendant there. You know, it's just like got Ludens on it or something.
And then back down the line. So Liam, starting with you, how long to the nearest minute will the entire show be? So the pre-show and the main show.
Oh, I misunderstood the question. Oh, crap. Okay, I need to think about this. I just thought it was the pre-show, so I was going to
That's what I
say
thought
23
too.
minutes.
Your wording is how long to the nearest minute will the pre-show? Oh, and
And
show
show.
be.
Oh, B.
I
Gotcha.
missed Sancho.
Yeah, it's yep.
Plus pre-show.
Ooh, man.
We need some music to fill the void. No, Matt, we don't need that music. Thank you.
Breaking some copyrights.
I'm gonna say 203 minutes.
Ooh, that's a long show.
That is a long show.
Oh shit! I gotta convert this to minutes. I mean, to convert
Metric
this-
minutes, because they're in England.
Oh Jesus. Sorry. Give me 2 seconds. I was gonna do hours and minutes.
Times 60. plus your pre-show.
Oh my god, calculator. Okay.
What did
You can't just say 1 hour or whatever, because I'll just work it out afterwards.
Um,
Liam, did you say 203?
Liam said 203 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going higher. I'm going 213.
Oh, Mitch is taking the over.
Yeah, he's
Aw,
gonna
man.
take about. It's
Are
gonna take.
these
It's gonna take like
are
three
these
and a half
fucking
hours.
Prices Right
Like,
rules?
is Chris Judge involved? Because that changes things.
Mikey,
He might be
That's
handing
funny,
out an
you-
award.
No,
literally-
no.
You guys literally sandwiched me. I was gonna do 208 because a 3-hour show plus a 28-minute pre-show.
Oh.
okay. I don't know. I was debating to go for under 200, so I might take the under.
This is wishful thinking on your part.
Yeah.
You know
Um,
someone's gonna take an extra 10 minutes up on stage just for kicks.
And Matt, just do 214. Like Keith will do 202 and you do 214 and like either of you win.
Probably
you
Joseph Fars this year. He's
you
going to be
also-
up on stage for a
I was
while.
gonna say you also understand there's literally 3 music performances for one Arcane TV show on the stage. That's literally gonna take 20 minutes.
Yeah, so, well, I was thinking the show normally takes 2 hours.
2.5.
And then you've got half an hour for the pre-show.
Yeah.
But then loads of people complained that it was too long last time. So is Jeff actually going to
No.
listen to himself?
No, he's gonna double down.
He needs
He's
money.
gonna double down.
He needs money.
The same
He's
man
for six-
who allowed Shadow
Jeff,
of the Earth.
Jeff is very poor right now, and the man needs some money.
Advertisements and whatnot.
No, I'm still going to go for the under. I'm going for 194.
Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be the
If you win, you deserve an award.
Heart
That's
attack.
Confident.
Do
I'm
193.
gonna be the lowest out of any.
Oh.
The lowest without going over. 158.
Whoa. Oh.
Yeah, I think they're
That'd
gonna
be
cut
short.
the. I think they're
Game
gonna
or
cut the pre-show. I think they're gonna cut the pre-show to like 15 minutes.
No, it's always 30 minutes. It's never been anything but 30 minutes.
It's been shorter. That's why I said 23.
Yeah.
'Cause I think
why I
it was
went
like
28,
that last
yeah.
year, or the
I
year
had
before,
I
not
added
sure.
an additional 10 minutes to what I think it was going to be just because people in logistics and shit.
All right.
Do I want to stick to 194?
It's too late.
It's still 3 hours. I always watch it at 2 times speed and skip anything Japanese. So
Whoa, we
So
can't
that's-
count the amount of time you spend on the Game Awards. We have to count the amount of
Damn it,
time
I
it
would
actually
change- I
took
would-
to do it.
I would change it to like 60 minutes then if that's the case.
Yeah.
It normally takes me about an hour to watch the Game Awards. It's great. Yeah,
you
not
know what?
interested in that trailer.
Damn it,
Music,
you know what?
music interlude gone. It's so much fun just skipping through that shit rather than watching it.
It would have been really
Now-
entertaining to do like how long would it take Evan to get through the Game Awards? That's what we should have done.
Do you know what? I'm changing it. I'm going 180. I'm going 184 rather than 194.
Wait, you can't change
Okay.
it after he already answered?
Yeah.
No, that's great for me. Keep going, Keith.
I mean, Keith makes the rules. I'm just gonna let him do whatever.
He's got
'cause
admin privileges.
He's
You
fair
go,
with most
Val.
of this stuff.
Everyone just remember what his original one was, and if he tries to win by 1 point,
194.
none of
Imagine
us
like
will
that
let
to the
him get
minute.
away with it.
If
If it comes
it-
down
if
to
it was-
194 to the minute, it means I win. So I hope that happens because that would be the funniest outcome.
Well, you know who's gonna decide is Mrs. McWomble. So
Also, for the record, this is just for tiebreakers. This isn't even going to count to anything.
That's what I said. If it comes down to a tiebreaker of the 5th tiebreaker of how long to the nearest minute will the pre-show and show be, and it comes down to whether it was 184 or 194, we'll all know.
yeah,
We'll all know.
Pretty much.
Personally, I care most about the tiebreakers. I don't care about the other stuff.
Oh, absolutely. That's why it matters so much. That's why we're giving a stink. However, another cool bet would have been how many minutes of actual useful footage can be extracted from the Game Awards.
What? Shit, let's do it
Actually,
quickly.
I love that one. Yeah. How much
No,
actual?
So how
How
long?
many minutes? How many minutes in actual footage?
My other one I thought of would be like, what is the longest time it takes to present one award?
No.
No. I like
don't.
how many
But how do
actual
you count as useful
minutes.
footage? It's subjective.
I've changed Mikey's thing to how long to the nearest minute will the total time for award nominations and collections be?
Ooh, this is interesting. Okay.
Oh! How much time actually spent on the awards of the Game
Oh,
Awards?
I like this.
Yes,
Nice.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
this. Okay, I
That's
like
good.
this
That's a
one.
good compromise because that one's less subjective.
Right, Liam, back to you.
Go the opposite way. Go reverse because we went the forward
Oh
one.
yes. So okay, we'll start with Matt.
Go backwards.
All right.
So of your 158 minutes, how many of those will actually be dedicated to people
To the awards.
This is
getting
a good
awards?
question. I like this so much.
Does this include like the coming out and saying the nominees and stuff like that?
Yeah. So from the point of
Actual awards part. Okay.
yeah.
Let's
Does
go
this-
with
wait,
40,
sorry,
42.
one more quick question. Does this include the pre awards when they do like the whole spiel of like, let's go through 5 games really quick, best
Yep.
blah blah blah?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
That counts.
Actually
42
doing
minutes.
awardery. Like
That's way too much.
42 minutes. Me, right, of my 184, I'm going 32.
Okay, I just want you to know I had already made my guess when you said that. Just, okay, cool.
Mikey, of your 208 minutes,
my 208 minutes. I am hoping for a. Now my original gut was going to be 37, but I think like he's getting pretty draconian. Like it's not going to be the hyper short of it was last year because he got a lot of flack for that, but he's still not going to let Christopher Judge do something like that again either. So it's got to be like right in the middle. So I think I'm going to go 37 minutes.
37. Right, Mitch, of your 213.
All right, I'm going much higher than all of y'all because I think if you think about it, they hand out to an actual physical person probably 4 awards. Each award takes probably about 5 minutes a piece. That's automatically maybe more, so that's like 20 minutes right there. But then you got to add all the other stuff. I'm gonna go 42 minutes, Bob. 42.
That was my selection.
Nice. But remember, he will rattle off 7 awards in a row in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, but someone's going to mess up and take forever to speak because they're like, oh my God, I'm here at the Game Awards and I'm here to present.
Liam.
33.
33 minutes.
Are we gonna do like a ratio?
Yeah, I was just about to.
It's like
So
compared to my
ratio
ratio.
is more correct.
Keith, can we do how many people are actually going to physically receive an award on stage?
Oh, okay. Of quote unquote real people, because game developers aren't real people.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not a real person. All right.
Oh my god, I'm gonna need another drink if we keep adding fucking
I want to
categories.
do a special segment where Andrew Wilson comes on stage to accept a Lifetime Achievement Award. And he
Before
says,
taking a job at Disney.
Exactly. He's going to say, I fucked up EA, and that took some accomplishment. I'm a brilliant man, and now I'm going to go to Disney, and I'm going to fuck them too. Yeah? It's great. Was it Android Wilson?
I feel like that was last year's. You wanted that to happen last year too.
I probably did. Yeah.
Keith, for this one, are we doing like if it's a group of people, they count as one, or are we counting?
It counts as one. Yeah. So yeah.
It would have been fun if you did individual people, so you could guess how many.
No, there's no way I'm counting all of those people. Fuck that shit.
We don't know how many Bill Clintons will be here.
Yeah. So the number of awards handed to an actual person and not just read out.
Jesus, how many categories are there?
There's tons. There's about 24. But there's no way that they're going to do all of those. Liam.
7.
Damn it.
Mitch.
8.
Mikey.
I was gonna go 7 as well, but I can't.
You can.
But then
Fine.
I would then I would share my throne with Liam.
There's other
Liam might have a
tiebreakers.
particularly nice throne.
Fair enough.
It's a big throne too, so we could both sit on it.
Yeah. I'm actually waffling between 7 and 11 but I'm like, but I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna go over 10. I'm gonna go 10. I'm gonna
It
go an
sounds
even
like
10.
you're hungry for a tasty beverage.
I was
am,
going to,
but whether I switch from 5 a.m. beer to 5 a.m. coffee and/or tea, that's the question.
That was a joke about 7-Eleven, but it's cool.
If Evan was here, he would say, yes, we should go to the 7-Eleven because they are superior here.
Yeah, so they are, yeah.
right. Number of awards handed to actual people. They normally do a couple in the pre-show.
Yep.
Then there's
That's why I
obviously
went higher. That's
Game
why
of
I
the
went
Year. I'm going to go 22 awards, less than, well, it's 24 awards, less than half. I'm going to go 11.
All right. Nice.
I'm gonna go with 6.5, 6.5.
6.5.
I was thinking about doing
the
it.
reason I'm doing that is
half.
because they always have like the sidebar award where like they've won like 2 awards. So that's the half.
But they only
So they give
receive
someone
one
2 awards at
award.
the same time.
Well, I was
Yeah.
But technically
imagining one
only
of like the midnight situation at the Oscars where they like hand them an award
Oh,
and go,
Moonlight?
oh wait, no, it was someone else's.
That's the half
It's
award.
not the it's not the
both of
process. It's
those.
so we're counting the intent. So the intent was to hand it to them. If they get it wrong, there was still the intent.
And this award also, and this we're giving this award, and EA Sports Club FC 25 also won Best Narrative. So here's this one as well.
Yeah. Right. I think that's enough of that rubbish.
All right.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. If anyone gets any of these right, I'm awarding points. I don't care.
Oh, this is fun. Well,
Oh man.
on that note,
On that note, we're out, right?
Right. I'm going to get ready and go buy a Christmas tree.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's about that time of year.
I like you don't help with Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
To respect that rule.
Yeah. I also need to vacuum the place before putting the tree up.